Kaizer Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, QB. Now, in today's video, Bafetu, we're going to touch on Oswin Appollies. We're going to be talking about Kaizer, and also we're going to be touching a little bit Rushin Dortley, because we've seen his performances all up. But anyways, Bafetu, before we dive more into those details, please make sure you like the video and also subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP, click on the bell notification so that next time when I post a video you get notified. And then Bafetu, starting off with Kaizer, as we all know, Tumchita was not available. He was called up to represent his national team, which is Rwanda. And looking at Ilone performance, they've played very well, but unfortunately they did not manage to qualify for the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. And as I'm speaking with you, Bafetu, looks like goalkeeper Kaizer has managed to pick up an injury during the game after second half, where they even managed to beat in Nigeria. So since Umjita has picked up an injury, which we're not too sure in terms of how bad is it, is he not going to be able to play the games now, because Kumbuleng 27 we have a match against the Richards Bay and we're going to be playing. So if ever Kaizer will not be available for selection, this will be a chance for both Bruce Fuma and Brendan Peterson to prove themselves why Nabo Matingaji Oktola a game time, and to be picked up as the number one goalkeepers for Kaizer Chiefs and why they're playing for Kaizer Chiefs. And moving on, Bafetu, we have Rushin Dortley, who is the defender of Kaizer Chiefs, centre back, and Izolo, we've seen how he was performing, and according to him there are some things that he thinks his coach, which is Coach Nazruddin Nabi, and Hugo Broos have similarities in, because according to him, he says he believes that the style of play that Coach Nazruddin Nabi is teaching Lapana in Ashorana village is almost the same kind of style that Hugo Broos is trying to give out. So it's the same thing. He feels like he has adapted very quickly and seamlessly because of that. And according to his ways, Bafetu, before I give you more on this, he says, look, I've learned a lot from my club coach Nazruddin Nabi. His style of play is the way I like to play. I have adapted easily to his style of play. I think Coach Bruce, it's a similar thing, the way they want to play and the way they want to do things. I think that's why it has been easy for me to adapt to Hugo Broos. Now, in terms of that, Bafetu, I won't talk much because I don't know, I'm training nabo. But one thing I do know about Rushin Dortley, I just have to say, he reminds me of Virgil van Dijk from Liverpool. Bafetu, he's one of those calm players. He can handle working under pressure, and obviously when he's needed, he's very much skillful. So I think he's one of the best center backs currently, Mzansi, even though I know a lot of people don't agree with me. But look at how Umfana he's playing, and look at how he's handling himself even under pressure. So I think Umjita is one of the best signings ever to be brought to Nachorena. And then in terms of his style of play, Siganabi, Hugo Broos, I'm not too sure I see the similarities, but I just have to say, one thing I do remember from Coach Hugo Broos is that he once praised Coach Nazruddin Nabi. Umjita is the kind of coach who doesn't take nonsense, and also Okuluma into the way in a corner. He's not one to sugarcoat things and put them in a nice way. He just goes straight to the point, which I think those are one of the qualities that Coach Hugo Broos has admired about Coach Nazruddin Nabi, Bafetu. And then last but not least, Bafetu, let's talk about Oswin Appollies. Now, we all know what happened the last time we talked about Oswin Appollies. I remember Mazola Jemulefe, which I was very disappointed, by the way, because he's one of the sources that I trust. And then he said the Kaizer Chiefs are not in negotiations with Ipolukwane City for Oswin Appollies, which to be honest, for me it was a bit difficult to understand, because from my trusted sources, from people who I know, they give me valid information. They said that Kaizer Chiefs are trying to sign Oswin Appollies. The only problem they are facing is that side from Ipolukwane City. It looks like Ipolukwane City is the one that is refusing to give us the player, which later on, at a later stage, Selesai Londa, which obviously it is true. Now, looking at Bafana Bafana, I've seen his performances yesterday. I've seen the kind of player that he is, and I just have to say, he is the kind of player that we definitely need right now to add to our squad. I'm not saying the players that we currently have are bad, but he's someone that we need in order, to help some of the other players now by improving in terms of how they perform.
Oswin, congratulations once again. You turned it up in front of your home crowd. A good performance for Bafana Bafana all around to show Cape Town as well as the country that they didn't qualify unbeaten as a fluke.
I just want to congratulate the boys today. I think they gave it all they fought today, and I'm happy for the result. When we saw we qualified for the AFCON, our coach told us that no matter that, we need to go out and go fetch the results in those 2 games, and we did it.
Were you surprised that Coach Hugo named such a strong lineup on the back of you guys having already qualified?
No, I wasn't surprised, because he wanted to win, and they have a winning mentality. There's no such game as friendlies or so. He wants to win all the games we play.
What can you say about Coach Hugo Broos? He started this journey in May 2021, brought the likes of you into the team, and he's making you a force on the continent.
Yes, I have to give credit to Coach Hugo, for looking at me, and giving me an opportunity. And for that, I'll always be proud, And I just want to thank the boys for today. Everyone fought, The bench played a big part as well, in coming in, And I'm happy for the result.
Oswin, how impressed are you at the fact that you guys now have a telepathy, if I can call it that you know each other's movements and you play as a team that potentially, when you go to the AFCON, you can go for gold medal this time around?
It's all about unity, And I think at training, the boys work together, as a group, There's never sides, We always stick together, And that's what made us a good team.
Oswin, congratulations on your award and going forward with the national team.
Oswin Appollies is a must-have player for Kaizer Chiefs this coming transfer window, but it will all depend on how their chairman wants to handle things, because what happened the last time. Bazami Dugum approached her and everything was falling into place, and then the chairman went silent, radio silent and everything. So that is something that we have to keep in mind. Kaizer Chiefs have tried their best in order to sign Oswin Appollies, but izinto zange ngohlelo because of that situation. And again, this transfer window, we might see that happen, because you can see Umchita is performing, so they will try to hold on to him, and the more he's performing, I think it's the more value yakhe iyaphezulu inyuka, especially for the international team, which is it's going to be difficult to get a player like Oswin Appollies to come to Naturena. But nevertheless, Bafethu, I hope Kaizer Chiefs management and everyone, they are working tirelessly and make a plan with Bamtole, Umchita, Oswin Appollies. Yes, it's gonna be difficult to sign up some of the players that Kaizer Chiefs really needs currently, but I hope Bazami, they shouldn't just give up, but I hope they should try to get us at least Oswin Appollies and then Sobona with some of the other players. But we definitely need the guy Bafethu. He's proving time and time again Uti, he's one player that is needed at Naturena Bafethu. But you can let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I think this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon with something new.